not be bullied. Jubilee Party leader Fred Matiang'i says as campaigns for the upcoming by-elections intensify in various electoral areas.
Anti-Counterfeit Authority Board chairperson released on board. We have details on that and much more, but first the highlights.
We want a clean exercise. An exercise to start from 8 in the morning and end at 5 in the evening. Throughout all the 427 recruitment centers.
Devoid of graft.
National Police Service gives nationwide police recruitment exercise a clean bill of health.
Our plan is that we release the results for Kajasea on the 11th.
Transition to senior school.
Examination Council to release the Kenya Education Assessment results 1 day to Jamhuri Day. Hacked. Inaccessible.
A cyber attack temporarily cripples the president's website and other government sites.
Plus,
Harambee Stars lock horns with Senegal when?
Tomorrow, in a match to be transmitted live on KBC Channel 1 from Turkey. Many thanks indeed for joining us. My name is Mboya.
I am Muchuma Odim. Our sign language expert tonight is Lensa Odingo.
And we welcome you to this broadcast where Deputy Party Leader Fred Matiang'i is saying that while the Jubilee Party will be keen on overseeing the unity of the outfit, it will not accept to be bullied in its engagement with the members of public. That story coming up a bit later on. But first things first.
Our socials at KBC Channel 1 on X, Facebook, and YouTube, and onto our lead story, Tom.
That's right, where the results for grade 9 candidates who sat for the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment will be released on the 11th of December 2025.
Education Principal Secretary Professor Julius Bitok says the move is aimed at ensuring the learners adequately prepare to join grade 10 on the 12th of January 2026, a week after schools resume for first term.
Our reporter, Joseph Wakungu, has details of the education calendar of 2026, even as Bitok dismissed claims of plans to increase secondary school fees next year, maintaining that basic education remains free of charge.
With a week left to the end of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations, Professor Julius Bitok was in Kikuyu to oversee the opening of a container containing the examination papers. It is here that he revealed plans to ensure the smooth transition of the 1.1 million learners who sat the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment, KGSEA, this year, who were in grade 9. Bitok confirmed that KGSEA results will be released before Christmas Day to facilitate smooth transition to grade 10.
Our plan is that we release the results for KGSEA on the 11th, and within 1 week after that, we do our placement, after which we expect them to get their letters before Christmas. And we expect them to report on the 12th of January.
According to the PS, all 1.1 million KGSEA candidates are guaranteed placement, with the country currently having a total capacity of 2.4 million senior school spaces.
All our learners will continue enjoying free primary education, free day secondary education, and the policy has not changed. Let me make that very, very clear. We are still offering free, and there's no change in fees whatsoever. And if there will be any change in fees, which the government will announce.
He further assured of timely and accurate disbursement of capitation in 2026 once the verification exercise of school was completed.
Starting 2026 and working very closely with Treasury, we shall be releasing our capitation on time.
On exam malpractices, the PS reported minimal incidents, despite this being the country's largest examination year with 3.4 million candidates.
And NEC is going to release a report very soon about what has happened. But overall, we have been able to deal with some of the small challenges we've been having on the potential areas where we thought there were compromises on exams.
Joseph Wahungu for Prime Edition.
The Ministry of Interior now says that the cyber attack that temporarily crippled several government websites has been fully contained.
In a statement, Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Raymond Omolo confirmed that access has been restored, adding that the ministry is strengthening layered cyber defenses to ensure that threats are detected early and contained swiftly.
Here is that report.
Several key government websites, including president.go.ke, the official portal of the presidency, were hacked on Monday and rendered inaccessible. Websites belonging to the Ministries of Interior, Energy, Labour, Health and Education were among those affected. Several state departments also went offline for the better part of the day, including the Immigration Department, the Directorate of Public-Private Partnerships, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. Also hit by the cyber attack were the Hustler Fund platform, the government press, and the Nairobi City County's website. The attackers not only blocked access, but also defaced multiple pages, replacing official information with disturbing messages such as access denied by PCP, we will rise again, white power worldwide, among others. Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo confirmed the cybersecurity breach, accusing a group identifying itself as PCP at Kenya of orchestrating the attack. In a statement, the PS said that the situation has since been contained and that all affected systems are under continuous monitoring. He added that the government is strengthening layered cyber defenses to ensure threats are detected early, contained quickly, neutralized decisively, and their impact minimized. The public, along with public and private institutions, is being urged to remain vigilant, take necessary precautions, and report any suspicious cyber-related activity through official channels. For Prime Edition, I am Teresa Mutai.
Meanwhile, President William Ruto kept a busy diary Monday attending the 14th International Association of Refugee and Migration Judges World Conference here in Nairobi, Kenya, as well as giving a nod to the construction of the 170-kilometer Rironi-Naivasha-Mau summit in 2 weeks.
During the international conference, he challenged judges to uphold fairness, courage, and independence to ensure every refugee and migrant is heard and treated with integrity and dignity.
Here now the details of that story.
Monday morning at State House, Nairobi, President William Ruto hosted President of China Communications Construction Company, Zhang Bingman. It is during this meeting that the head of state revealed plans to begin construction of the 170 kilometers Rironi-Naivasha-Mau Summit Road in a fortnight. The start of the construction is expected to coincide with the launch of the dueling of a 58-kilometer stretch of road connecting Rironi-Mai-Mahiu-Naivasha Road, which will ease the snarl-up of heavy trucks plying the route. The president will later attend the 14th Annual Association of Refugee and Migration Judges World Conference in Nairobi. He challenged judges to ensure cases of refugees and migrants are heard fairly.
Every asylum seeker deserves timely and fair adjudication, access to legal counsel, and the right to appeal. These are the foundations of justice. Fair procedures build public trust. They ensure that genuine refugees receive protection, while those without valid claims are treated with dignity and returned lawfully.
He reminded judges that the decisions they make reverberate far beyond the courtroom, shaping lives, preserving families, and safeguarding the credibility of the international protection regime.
Kenya is proud of its contribution in hosting refugees and in developing a very strong legal framework in this field. But we recognize our limits and call on the international community to share responsibility more equitably through financial support, resettlement opportunities, and technical cooperation.
Congratulations.
The president will later award a charter to Gresa University in State House, Nairobi.
Today is a landmark occasion, not only for Gresa University, but also for our nation's continuing journey towards excellence in higher education. Education is far more than the transmission of knowledge. It is the engine that shapes thinkers, innovators, leaders, and problem solvers.
We accepted that call with humility and determination to provide quality education, foster innovation, and nurture ethical leadership. Today, we receive this charter from your hands. We are reminded that perseverance, partnership, and faith in God make all things possible.
From judicial fairness to by-elections, the Jubilee Party now says it's the most experienced party in handling affairs of government within the united opposition banner.
While drumming up support for the party, deputy party leader, and not party leader as I referred to earlier, Fred Matiang'i, said that while the party will be keen on overseeing the unity of the outfit, it will not accept being bullied in the engagement with members of the public.
This even as the campaigns for the upcoming by-elections intensified in various electoral areas.
Matiang'i, who spoke during a Jubilee Party strategy meeting, revealed that as the party's representative in the united opposition, he would strive to ensure a cohesive working arrangement with other parties.
The decision to belong to to sit in the united opposition is a party decision. It is not an individual's decision. So I represent Jubilee in that group on behalf of the party. And we will be there. No one has lied to us that it's going to be a walk in the park.
The former Interior Minister was, however, quick to warn Jubilee Party members against being cajoled in their grassroots mobilization, saying the party was more experienced in governance.
In that whole group of discussions that people are having, we are the only party that has run government. We are the only party that has run government. Others have never run government. And they haven't had that experience of understanding the challenges of running government.
As UDA, as Kenya Kwanza, as...
Meanwhile, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki was in Mboya North to drum up support for the UDA candidate Leonard Muthende in the November 27th by-elections. Kindiki urged locals to vote in Muthende to continue where Geoffrey Ruku left when he joined government.
We have one reason as UDA, as Kenya Kwanza, as people of Mboya North. We are electing Leonard to go to Parliament to continue advocating for more roads, more electricity, more water, so that the people of Mboya North can be like the rest of Kenya.
Tunataka matuzi ama tunataka maendeleo? Tunataka vitina ama tunataka maendeleo? Tunataka watoto wasome ama ni vitina? Huyo kijana.
Meanwhile, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has alleged a plot to harass the united opposition candidate in Mboya North, Nathan Karish. Gachagua has, however, rallied area residents to back the DP candidate in the 27th of November by-elections.
Mimi nimekuja kusaidia nyinyi kurinda kura ya watu ya Momenje. Na mimi Rigiji mtoto ya Maumau, nitakaa hapa mpaka Karish atagaswe kama mjumbe wa Mboya North.
In Kariobangi Northward, also scheduled to hold by-elections on the 27th of November, the Kenya Patriots Party was on the ground drumming up support for its candidate.
Tumeweza kuletea tanks 3. Hii ni water point moja ya kwanza ambayo wamama watakuwa wanapata free and clean water. So mashida ya maji ya shortage hiyo tumetatua.
ODM too was here to drum up support for its candidate Michael Mboya. Led by the party's chairperson Gladys Wanga, the group insisted that ODM was here to stay and dismissed those claiming it was on the verge of collapse.
Na ndio tuwaonyeshe ya kwamba chama bado iko na nguvu na iko na nguvu zaidi na baba ako na nguvu zaidi hata mahali yuko. Tupigie kura chama cha ODM.
Watu wa hapa wote mukikuja na watu 10, hii kiti ni yetu. Hii kiti ni yetu.
John Jacob Kuria, Prime Edition.
An update on the Anti-Counterfeit Authority Board Chairperson Josephat Gishunge Kabebea's story. He has been released on a bond by the Milimani Anti-Corruption Court after denying bribery charges.
Kabebea is accused of soliciting and receiving over 6 million shillings to shield the businessman from arrest over counterfeit parts of motor vehicle.
He was released on a 2 million shilling bond or an alternative 1 million shilling cash bail.
Our court reporter with the details.
Anti-Counterfeit Authority Board Chairperson Josephat Gishunge Kabeabea appeared before Principal Magistrate Silisa Okore at Milimani Anti-Corruption Court on Monday, facing multiple counts of bribery and acquisition of proceeds of crime. According to court documents, on November 11, 2025, Kabeabea allegedly solicited a total of over 6 million shillings from businessman Duhisheng to prevent his arrest and prosecution for dealing in counterfeit motor vehicle parts.
Such that they are alleging that it was a request of 5 million, it wasn't met, then a request of 1 million wasn't met, then a request of 300. So it is cascading in that particular format. So it's not a different set of transactions, according to the allegation.
The charges detail that he requested 5 million shillings, another 1 million, and additional 300,000 shillings, and receives 144,500 through the mobile number of third party in Torui Erastus Kaibi. He faces a separate count of acquisition proceeds of crime contrary to the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act related to the money he received through bribery. Kabeabea denied all charges. The court released him on 2 million shilling bond with an alternative 1 million shilling cash bail, ordered him to surrender his passport within 14 days and barred him from interfering with witnesses.
That the accused person shall be released on a bond of Kenya shillings 2 million with one surety of a similar amount or cash bail of Kenya shillings 1 million.
Magistrate Okore also prohibited any discussion of the case in the media.
That the accused person and all the parties shall be and are hereby barred from interfering with the witnesses in this matter. Number 5, that the parties are also barred from making any adverse or negative commentaries or social media coverages that are meant to derail the merits of this case, pending trial and determination.
Litua Debra for Prime Edition.
Our first break here on Prime Edition at exactly 90 minutes past the top of the hour. Coming up,
we'll be taking you back to the courts and also the latest from the counties. Stay with us.
What was happening?
That is the thing I'm telling you now.
Continue.
Arey baba.
Between me and this guy, who come to thief there?
To thief what?
Kuipa mheshimiwa.
Mzee to steal.
Nini yote yes, ndio hiyo mheshimiwa.
Sasa thief ni nini?
Unabai, unapika, unashiba. Lea Premium.
Lea Premium Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenya.
Wake up with Good Morning Kenya, the morning show that's got it all.
We dive deep into issues shaping our country.
Youth are a voice of a nation.
What is the next step for the young people?
Unpacking political landscape from Monday Wednesday.
We discuss family matters.
It is very important to guard your relationship.
And for your health.
Someone doesn't wake up and they become an addict. It's in stages.
We've got you covered each and every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Every Wednesday, it's all about the viewpoint.
A day in politics is like 1,000 years.
Unpacking the biggest stories of the week, getting you insights and getting you ready for your day.
And the package is not yet done. I get to fix your Thursday with some entertainment. Entertainment Thursday, it is.
Good morning, Kenya.
We shape your day.
Good morning, Kenya. Every weekday morning on KBC Channel 1.
Welcome back to Prime Edition, our socials.
At KBC Channel 1 on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Continue talking to us on those platforms. Back to the corridors of justice, Tom.
3 witnesses took the stand Monday to testify at the start of the hearing of medical negligence case.
A medical doctor and 2 co-accused clinic proprietors from the Body by Design clinic are facing charges of murder following the death of Lucy Wamboy Nganga, a social media influencer who died late last year as a result of botched cosmetic surgery procedure.
Here now the details in the Scales of Justice segment.
First to appear before Kibera Local Magistrate Chris Njagi was Edward Gitau Mwangi, a cousin to the late Lucy Wamboy.
Smell coming from them. It's like smelling like what? If you can just try and tell us what it smells like, just be open to the pot. I know it's hard. Please. It was smelling like toilet, like she's doing. Okay. Toilet is coming out from the stomach.
Gitau gave a blow-by-blow account of what transpired during her liposuction surgery as he was by her side.
In the ambulance, she was in much pain. She was trying to tell me she can't even breathe. The legs are swollen, the face is swollen. So they had to put her the mask in the nose.
Giving his testimony, a medical laboratory technologist, Billy Juma, said the machines at the facility were serviced every 6 months and he did not encounter any challenge while conducting the test before her surgery.
In your notes, the lab test results have any analysis and interpretation of those results. Do you have that?
I was requested to do for general functions, pregnancy, edema, blood.
They shall view before the discourse, touching on the matters in question, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Wrapping up the day's testimonies also ending Njeri, a storekeeper and social media handler who shocked the court when she revealed that the facility did not have a pharmacy and patients procured drugs from other facilities.
What was the nature, maybe you can tell us what you were able to share with us?
So basically, like how the process is, you come, we book your date on this particular day, have the procedure done, how long it takes, such.
The 47-year-old Lucy Wamboy died at a Nairobi hospital on October 26, 2024 due to complication 10 days after she underwent cosmetic surgery at the Body by Design clinic. The hearing will continue on 19th and 22nd January 2026 with more witnesses lined up by the prosecution.
Advocates, have you heard me, Mr. Kangai?
Elsewhere, the murder case of teacher Albert Ojwang, who died at the Central Police Station cells, will begin on 12th January 2026.
So we'll just adjourn this matter. You come back and tell me how he will get that evidence, CCTV evidence. That is the law.
Kibera High Court Judge Diana Kavesa, for the second time, declined to release on bond the former OCS and his co-accused. This is after the prosecution argued they remain in custody until 6 protected witnesses testify.
It's up to you to agree to expedite the hearing. If you agree that you want me to do you that favor, because I'm supposed to be resting, but I'm willing to sit in January when the courts are not sitting. I'm ready to come and hear. That should be about 10 witnesses.
Zilet Alberto Juang died on Sunday, 8th June 2025, while in police custody sparking protests. Ruth Wamboi for Prime Edition.
Now, on to the counties, right?
Yes.
The Health Cabinet Secretary, Aidan Duale, has commissioned the construction of a new 50 billion shillings ultra-modern speciality hospital for Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kiplombe.
Once fully completed, the complex will house 4,000 beds, positioning it as one of the largest and most advanced hospitals in Africa.
Now, these and other stories on our compiled counties wrap
by Aaron Marie.
Aaron Marie.
The first phase of the 2,000-bed facility to be built by the Kenya Defence Forces is expected within 18 months.
We are here for the groundbreaking ceremony that will make the beginning of one of the most transformative healthcare investments in our country.
And in Kiambu County, the Kikuyu law courts, which were burnt down during the recent Gen Z protest, have officially been reopened after 4 months. The judiciary has assured residents that all services will be reinstated.
Kuchomeka kwa court means a lot. Kuna title deed za watu zimechomeka. Baadhi ya shughuli ambazo zinafanyika court ni watu wanakujia title deed zao baada ya kesi kuisha.
Also in Mombasa County, freight stakeholders have raised the red flag over a massive backlog of empty containers and are now urging the government agency and shipping lines to provide immediate storage solutions.
We are requesting KPA, we are requesting KRA, we are requesting Kenya Ships Agents Association drop-off containers at least for a period of 90 or 120 days.
In Elgeyo Marakwet, a forum was held to educate and empower women farmers, highlighting the need for them to own land and participate fully in the agricultural sector, amid a large percentage of residents living below the poverty line.
For the family to develop, and even the community and the country as a whole, if the woman is left behind, then the job of achieving those objectives is made even harder.
And in Nandi County, frustrated residents of Kapnyamisa in the Chesume area have taken it upon themselves to raise funds and repair the dilapidated Kapnyamisa-Mosoriot Road.
Na hii barabara imetusumbua sana, hata tunakuja saa zingine mpaka tunamwaga maziwa na kufika huko tunaenda tunaambiwa tulipe maziwa ya wenyewe kwa sababu tunapeleka maziwa ya wakulima. Barabara ni mbaya na ni lazima maziwa ipelekwe.
And the government is being urged to strengthen access to raw materials and improve export infrastructure in the food manufacturing sector. This as Dairyland celebrated a major industry milestone after its chocolate production plant was awarded the prestigious 20,000 food quality certification.
So we continue to push the boundaries of what quality means. Yes, we are local manufacturers, but we want to play at a global level, and we've done that today.
The 6 large cooperatives, which are comprised of maybe about 1,200 farmers. We support them by paying us quite a premium on the milk we receive to ensure that they can go back, make some money and improve the quality of the milk.
Finally, in Laikipia County, communities from northern Kenya gathered in Nanyuki for a cultural festival aimed at promoting peace and unity.
Wakiwa hapa waishi kama wana Kenya, lakini pia watunze na walinde utamaduni yao kwa faida ya watoto wao kwa siku za baadaye.
Reporting for Prime Edition, I'm Aaron Marie.
From counties to the continent of Africa, Sierra Leone's opposition leader, Jesmet Fodé Suma, has hailed the late Kenyan Premier Raila Odinga as an irreplaceable titan whose sacrifices must compel Africa to defend democracy without compromise.
Now addressing a conference in Nairobi, Kenya, under the theme Democracy Under Threat, the perspective of African opposition parties, Suma urged African nations to honor Raila's legacy by strengthening multi-party systems, commending Kenya, South Africa and Uganda as torchbearers of democratic resilience models other states must emulate.
JJ Kuria compiled this report.
That Raila Amolo Odinga was among Africa's most astute opposition figures was never in doubt. Yet, beyond the accolades and grandeur of a man who inspired generations and urged nations to reimagine the continental dream, lay his profound influence on African opposition movements. One such movement is Sierra Leone's National Grand Coalition Party. From its vantage point, opposition leaders across Africa have endured relentless harassment, recurring legal injunctions, and orchestrated attempts to unseat them from party leadership, echoing a broader pattern of state-sponsored repression.
Not only the political space is being threatened, there has been a usual pattern of rigging elections at the ballot box. But now, elections are rigged before the elections are conducted by weaponizing state institutions to go after opposition parties.
Opposition parties have repeatedly accused electoral commissions and regulatory bodies as barriers to an impartial electoral field.
After we joined the coalition, we campaigned with him, we withdrew our candidate, so we didn't file any presidential candidate in 2023. We withdrew most of our parliamentary seats, and we won. The coalition won. Unfortunately, he negated on every item of the promises we made in that coalition.
Mirroring Raila Odinga's own struggles, collapsed alliances with ruling parties, defections of key figures and fractured coalitions illustrate continental trends where opposition movements are weakened under pressure.
The one unique thing about Raila Odinga, he was always consistent. He was more in the interest of unifying Kenya, more as opposed to dividing Kenya. He serves as an example of the level of resilience that each and every one of us should take inspiration from.
Leaders have faced imprisonment, but incarceration only hardened their resolve to uphold democratic values.
I was having interviews on television, radio, back to back. Sometimes I had to turn them down because I was saying things other people were not there to say. I was speaking to the corrupt system and how to fix the economy, and that they didn't like. So as a result, I was arrested on trumped-up charges. I was locked up in the central prison for 38 gruesome days.
Jasmine Suma underscores the imperative for Africa to preserve pluralism as a living legacy. He urged opposition parties across the continent to resist co-optation and speak truth to power. John Jacob Kuria, Prime Edition.
To a story we teased at the top of the hour, the one-day police recruitment drive was held in 427 centers countrywide, with some centers registering low turnout.
The National Police Service, giving the exercise a clean bill of health, say the exercise was free and fair, devoid of corruption.
Now, the exercise previously faced legal hurdles, forcing its suspension.
Exercise.
The police recruitment exercise kicked off countrywide. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, who was in Narok County for the drive, said it was done above board.
So far, the reports that I've gotten from throughout the country, throughout all the recruitment centers, is that we are doing very well. And we are headed in the direction that, as I indicated, that we want to get the best from Kenya.
He said they were enlisting a new wave of reform-minded officers who will help rebuild trust between the police and the public as they prepare for a stable environment ahead of the 2027 polls.
We are set on our trajectory because we're also looking beyond recruitment. We're also looking at the 2027 when you have the general elections. These are the officers who will be on deployment to ensure that we have the right environment to allow the people of Kenya exercise their civic duty.
The script was the same at the Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi. Deputy Inspector General Gilbert Masengeli, overseeing the exercise, said they'd sealed all graft loopholes.
We are progressing and bettering ourselves day after another with the measures that we put in place, day in, day out. But the fact remains that despite there have been challenges in the past, we have built on those challenges to come up with the better rules and regulations because we have included the observers, have had a free hand to interact and also know how the process is going on.
It is our intention that as a service, we recruit the best from this pool of young men and ladies that you are seeing, so that at the end of the day, they will be of service and of good service to the National Police Service.
22-year-old Emmanuel Maningi from Lang'ata was among the recruits at Nyayo National Stadium, trying his luck for the second time.
Nilifika hapa mapema, saa 6:30 nilikuwa hapa, and I was ready for it. I've tried like 2 times. Niko na imani nitafanikiwa.
This is my first time trying this. Actually, I got the confidence from my mom because she encouraged me.
Elsewhere, low turnout characterized the recruitment drive in Ura Stadium, Murang'a East. Recruitment panel chairperson Geoffrey Ruheni said those who turned up were less than the number anticipated.
We have not had any case of corruption or laconism collecting money from anybody. We have not received any complaint.
And low turnout was also recorded in Nanyuki, Laikipia County, compared to previous years.
Turnout haikuwa juu sana kama last time.
It was a similar script in Kabarnet Showground in Baringo Central. Recruiting officer Moses Kirongo said they enlisted only 12 candidates, among them one woman.
Nimemaliza stage 1 vizuri, nikaenda stage 2 ya NYS Nation Building, nimemaliza Nation Building vizuri, nikaenda third, nimemaliza class, nikafanya ICT course.
Mombasa County also witnessed low turnout of recruits, with most of the applicants turning up late for the exercise.
Haijakuwa ile idadi kubwa vile tulikuwa tunatarajia, lakini hata hivyo kulingana na ile idadi ambayo pia tunatarajia kuchukua si mbaya.
Separately in Bungoma, low turnout was witnessed in Kandui constituency.
Recruitment inaendelea vizuri, kuna transparency, sijaona shida yote, kila kitu iko sawa.
Meanwhile, parents in Homa Bay were warned against issuing bribes to secure a spot for their children.
Juzi ndo tulipass out, na saa hii tulipewa pass ili tukuje tujaribu hiyo nini recruitment, but wameniuliza.
After push and pull on the recruitment exercise of National Police Service, finally the exercise has taken place, the largest ever to be conducted in a single day in the recent years, with the authorities reading a riot act to officers who might engage in bribery cases. Timothy Kipnusu, Prime Edition, Nairobi.
Tonight on the cabinet, we focus on Chrysanthus Barnabas Okemo, Kenya's 8th Minister for Finance, whose rise from the private sector to national leadership was as impactful as it was controversial.
From bold economic reforms to a high-profile corruption saga, his story captures the highs and lows of power in Kenya.
Here now is that story.
Okemo became a politician after an illustrious career in the private sector and in business, even serving as managing director of the government-owned Kenya National Assurance Corporation. He won the Nambale parliamentary seat in Busia during the 1997 elections, dislodging his political nemesis Philip Masinde. This was his second attempt. He had contested the seat in 1992 on a Ford-Asili ticket, losing to Kanu's Masinde amid claims that the election was rigged in the ruling party's favor. Okemo was later appointed Minister for Energy, where he oversaw expansion of the energy sector, mainly in electricity supply from the traditional hydroelectric power to other sources, including geothermal. He also developed a blueprint for wind power, although he did not implement it. It was under his watch in the first stint, 1998, that independent power producers were vigorously used in a move explained as boosting electricity on the national grid to meet a shortfall by traditional power generators. Okemo was moved from energy to treasury. But it was his first budget speech that brought him fame. Okemo scrapped duty on public transport bicycles, commonly known as boda boda, arguing this would spur transport in the countryside. While many saw it as a sentimental tax waiver by a minister from Busia County, it spurred economic growth as intended. He joined the National Treasury at a time when the country was having difficulties with donors. Okemo became part of what was dubbed the Dream Team, a group of leading personalities from the private sector selected to revive the country's ailing economy when he was appointed Minister for Finance in August 1999. When President Daniel Arap Moi crafted the team of technocrats from the private sector in September 1999, he added the planning portfolio to Okemo's docket. Despite an otherwise good track record, a scandal surfaced while Okemo was still influential in the Moi government. In January 2001, his name was linked to that of a company associated with the former managing director of Kenya Power and Lighting Company, Samuel Gishuru, a powerful executive under Moi. Okemo was still at Treasury. A British Member of Parliament raised the matter in the House of Commons, saying there were companies in the UK that were being paid inflated bills by the government of Kenya for alleged services delivered. In February 2016, the Royal Court of Jersey confiscated the money laundered by the two. And on March 3rd, 2017, Chief Jersey Minister Senator Ian Gost signed an agreement with Treasury Permanent Secretary Kamau Thuge to return 380 million Kenya shillings to Kenya. Jackie Wambiru, The Cabinet.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible
yes.
to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Thank you for staying with us. In business, plans are underway to harmonize the quality mark across the continent to enhance intra-Africa trade.
Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director Esther Ngari says a unified quality mark will reduce double testing of products from African continental free trade area member states, which is key in reducing the total cost of doing business.
Benson Rioba compiled this report.
The African Continental Free Trade Area has so far harmonized 2,440 standards in key 15 priority sectors. 25% of harmonized standards are in the agro-processing, pharmaceutical, automotive, transport, communication, textile and leather. The African Continental Free Trade Area is developing a unified quality mark to eliminate double testing of products.
We can create systems that will enable trade within Africa and to support the African Continental Free Trade Area through harmonization of standards.
We implement our quality mark, that is a quality mark for the continent, where we'll see if you conform to the harmonized standard, your product can be sold across Africa. without being retested.
The unified quality mark is earmarked to ease movement of goods across Africa and reduce the cost of compliance.
Harmonization of standards, we will be taking care and reducing technical barriers to trade.
To fast-track the harmonization of standards process, African countries are being encouraged to create infrastructure, mutual recognition, and conformity assessment procedures.
We need to have our mutual recognition arrangements amongst ourselves. We need to agree on how we are going to look at our conformity assessment procedures. We need to make sure that our conformity assessment procedures are actually harmonized so that it is easy, we make it easy for Kenya to trade with Botswana, for Kenya to trade with Rwanda, for Rwanda to trade with Ghana.
Benson Rioba reporting for Prime Edition.
Kenyans in rural areas are accounting for the majority of online shopping activity, even as e-commerce platforms decry rising operational costs due to poor infrastructure in some areas and an evolving tax regime.
Jumia East Africa CEO Vinod Goyal says improving rural roads and reviewing some taxes could propel Kenya to Africa's flagship model for inclusive e-commerce within the next 5 years.
According to Jumia Kenya's latest report dubbed E-commerce in Rural Kenya, expanding access, driving inclusion, connecting border to border, rural regions account for 60% of all online orders. This is a dramatic shift from the urban-driven model of the past decade, an expansion credited to deeper digital inclusion and a growing consumer trust in online marketplaces.
Jumia has the whole assortment. Exactly the millions of items which are available for the people in Nairobi are also available for everybody in the whole country. So you can be based in Lamu or in Ahero or in Molo, and you can get access to those millions of items almost at the same price as in Nairobi.
We want our youth, not to only look at being employed, but to also look at avenues where they can also be employers and also grow their entrepreneurship aspects through sectors such as e-commerce.
But even with the surging demand, Jumia Kenya is concerned that operational costs remain significantly higher in rural areas that could be addressed by improving the rural road infrastructure and a tax regime that is supportive to SMEs and digital marketplaces.
Around 25% of our cost is higher, simply because because of the network access and the road issues. And once these issues are solved, all those benefits of the unit economics will be actually passed to the customers.
The sector has been disjointed, but with the policy and with the strategy coming into place, we'll now bring the sector together. So we'll make sure that right from the point of the importers, right from the point of the platforms where those goods are, we are able to regulate both what products are on those platforms and even what the Kenyans have access to and they can consume.
Several bilateral e-commerce agreements that Kenya has sealed with other countries, coupled with the national e-commerce policy, are expected to deepen digital trade and expand market access for SMEs. Trevor Ngendo for Prime Edition.
On to other developments, Tom.
The East African community is calling for coordinated policy action and stronger climate financing to restore and protect Lake Victoria, which is the regional's largest freshwater resource.
EAC Deputy Secretary General in charge of arid and semi-arid lands, Andrea Eric Malweth, spoke to KBC on the sidelines of COP30, warning that communities living along the shoreline of Lake Victoria face rising climate-related risks and must be supported to relocate to safer areas.
Here's that report from Brazil.
The East African community is sounding the alarm of a mounting environmental pressure on Lake Victoria, the world's largest tropical lake, and the heartbeat of the East Africa's blue economy. EAC Deputy Secretary General says the Lake Victoria Basin's rich network of rivers and waterways form a vital ecological system, feeding into regional economies and even sustaining a lifeline for countries as far as downstream, such as Egypt, through the River Nile.
By the fact that the East Africa community has been joined by DRC, which is bringing together Atlantic Ocean to East Africa community. We have numerous lakes and rivers in the community that are very good for maritime fisheries, among other resources that we can benefit from the blue economy.
Malueth says protecting Lake Victoria requires coordinated cross-border action, noting that pollution, poor waste management and encroachment along the shoreline are shared challenges that no country can solve alone.
The initiative we have as a community is to create awareness to the population that is settling around the lake, and also educate them on how they should protect the lake, how they should protect the maritime, and how best they can coexist with the lake.
He urged governments that directly benefit from Lake Victoria to strengthen goodwill and prioritize restoration efforts.
EAC is facing a lot of deficit in climate financing from our partner state, given that the partner state have different various priorities, competing priorities, be it infrastructure, be it security, be it social service, but also the climate financing. Our partner state take it as a national security threat, and it is being given a very serious attention from our partner state.
The East African community is keen on increased financing from partner states, development and multilateral partners for ecosystem restoration and community resilience programs.
Lake Victoria is a heartbeat of the region, and the region depends on it in numerous ways, whether it is through water, through farming, through transportation or fisheries. And therefore, the issue of lake becomes a key priority in the community. And the government, there is a political will from all the partners that the lake actually covers, and the political will start with the assessment, it start also with the commitment of resources from the government, and the fact that the government of all these partner states have taken up the initiative to make sure that the experts work together.
Lake Victoria supports agriculture, fisheries, trade, transport and hydropower, and agriculture. Governments must match their commitments with stronger financing and political goodwill. This has been the message by the East African community as they make calls on safeguarding a lake that not only sustains livelihoods as well as economies. Reporting for KBC Channel 1 from Belém, Brazil, my name is Ndota Mokami.
Thank you, Ndota Mokami, for that report. Kingdom Bank is targeting to grow its market share by customizing branches to service micro, small and medium enterprises as well as other customers.
The lender's Chief Executive Officer, Anthony Mburu, has underscored the important role played by small businesses, nothing that there is need to partner with them for shared growth.
Kingdom Bank plans to increase its visibility and presence across Kenya. The lender has opened a new branch along Mboya Street, targeting to serve Nairobi's entrepreneurs, traders and professionals.
And excellence. It also allows us to serve both the formal and informal economy seamlessly, offering convenient, flexible and affordable banking services.
Kingdom Bank Managing Director Anthony Mburu says the lender's growth strategy is centered on opening branches that support micro, small and medium enterprises through responsive, human-scale banking solutions.
Our approach is therefore not one size fits all. We design financial solutions that are personal, flexible, and responsive to each customer's journey.
He believes the suite of comprehensive range of personal and business banking solutions, such as working capital, asset and stock financing, will drive business growth.
Designed to meet the real needs of our customers. Personal loans for the employed to access quick and affordable credit, business loans, including working capital loans and trade finance solutions, tailored especially for traders who import goods and need financing to keep their businesses moving.
Kenya's Harambee Stars face Senegal in an international friendly match at the Mardan Stadium in Antalya, Turkey on Tuesday, November 18th. The encounter presents a valuable opportunity for growth and learning as the squad aims to test themselves against a continental powerhouse. With Senegal reeling from a 2-0 defeat to Brazil, Harambee Stars aim to exploit that vulnerability, though they remain aware that the Lions of Teranga will be equally determined to redeem themselves.
Stanley Omondi Been Stanley Omondi with a chance to shoot. Takes the deflection. It's come the way of Odim. Odim turns left. Fires home. Kenya lead.
Catch this match on Tuesday, the 18th of November from 6 p.m. live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Yes, and it is time for the latest from the sports desk with me, Bernardo Kumu. Let's begin with what's happening in Tokyo, where Kenya's Ian Wamboi Kahinga won gold in the 10,000 meters at the ongoing 2025 Summer Deaflympics in Tokyo, Japan. The 24-year-old Nyahururu-based runner won gold after winning the 25-lap race in 29 minutes, 19.56 seconds at the Komazawa Olympic Park. His compatriot and former champion David Kipkogei won the silver medal 8 seconds behind, while Xu Kuntian from China settled for bronze. The quartet of Isaac Katima, Lynette Fuamba, Beryl Wamira and Simon Menza won silver in the 4x400 meters mixed relay behind champions Ukraine. Colombia finished third, settled for bronze. In the men's 400 meters heats, Atima and Menza sailed through to the semi-finals after finishing first in both heats 4 and 6 respectively.
Before I started my race, I did not know that I was going to win. But after I have won, first I'd like to thank God, of course, because God has given me the strength to be here, and the government also for the dedication and the support that they have given us.
And still on athletics, where 16 Kenyan athletes and officials left the country last night for Tunisia ahead of the 15th edition of the African Masters Athletics Championships. The Kenyan team will compete in both track and field events in the event to be held from the 20th to the 24th of this month. The Kenyan team, captained by hammer throw defending champion Rebecca Koroso, who is also a world silver medalist, has been in training for 2 weeks in preparation for the championship. The team also includes a 10-kilometer race walk defending champion Eric Sikuku. Before their departure, the Kenyan team was flagged off by Athletics Kenya Senior Vice President Paul Mutui.
For the sake of trying to give a very good example to the youngsters, the current elite athletes and the youth athletes who are coming up, that being old is not the end of everything.
But this time I'm honored to go with a strong team. I believe in each and everyone. I believe in my deputy captain. I believe in the leadership we have. I believe with the office, the AK, their support we appreciate so much. And we are happy.
We are going to do our best. I know there is a big task ahead of us, and we are going to promote our masters in Africa. We are lucky because Kenya is being sponsored by the government through Athletics Kenya. We appreciate them so much.
We are going to expect that we are going to bring more medals, because one athlete is going to run maybe 2 events. So I think if I'm not wrong, everybody is going to come with a 1 medal.
And to soccer, where Harambee Stars will be seeking to register a win for the first time against Senegal as the two teams lock horns tomorrow in an international friendly match at the Mardan Stadium in Turkey. This will be the second international friendly match for the Stars this month after losing by solitary goal to Equatorial Guinea last Friday. Now, KBC Channel 1 will beam the match live from 6 p.m. East Africa time.
Fresh from playing against Equatorial Guinea last Friday, Harambee Stars under the tutelage of Benny McCarthy will be eyeing a win as they face Senegal tomorrow.
We have another crucial game ahead of us. Yeah, it's a friendly match, but to us it's like a building process for our team. We are looking forward to whatever chance we get. We capitalize on the chance yenye tunapata.
The two nations have met 4 times across major competitions. Of those, Senegal has won 3 with 1 draw, and Kenya is set to register a win.
I thought there was a foul there, but the goal has been given.
Si game rahisi juu most of the players of Senegal wanacheza nje ya country na ni watu wenye tumekuwa tukiona kama idols wetu pia.
The last time Kenya faced Senegal was in 2019 during the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt, where Harambee Stars lost by 3-0. The friendly match will provide the Stars with a vital opportunity to test their strength against high-ranking opponents, fine-tune tactical approaches, and build cohesion ahead of upcoming competitive engagements. Frederick Mwoki for Prime Edition.
And remember to follow the action from tomorrow at 6 p.m. East Africa time. Harambee Stars against Senegal, live on KBC Channel 1. Meanwhile, Iranian Irfan Piragom and Menatala Ali of Egypt won the men's and women's taekwondo under 70 kilograms gold medals, respectively, at the ongoing Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, Qatar, Iran, and Kuwait opened their handball campaigns on a winning note after registering victories in their respective group matches. At 57 countries are taking part in this year's edition of the Games, which consist of 21 sporting disciplines. Irfan Piragom defeated Kyrgyz Republic's Abror Kakimov on points to win the men's under 70 kilograms gold medal, while Afghanistan's Mohammad Suktani settled for bronze after overcoming Ravkat Zaripov of Kazakhstan in the bronze medal match at Prince Faisal bin Fahd Sports City. In the men's under 60 kgs division, Ali Moradani of Iran captured gold, beating Mohsen Razi of Afghanistan in the final. The bronze medal was won by Mohamed Selim of Egypt, who defeated Gashim Mogedov of Azerbaijan. Morocco's Haitam Zahuti won gold in the men's under 82 kilograms final, defeating Iran's Amiriza Sadegian. Bronze went to Sila Gencha and Elizabeth Yanacho of Nigeria. Meanwhile, in men's handball, Iran defeated Maldives 57-14 in their opening Group A match, while Qatar made it 2 wins from 2 matches after outplaying UAE 41-24. Kuwait, on the other hand, defeated Iraq 33-23 in Group B, as Saudi Arabia defeated Bahrain 27-21. And definitely on that Islamic Solidarity Games ongoing in Riyadh is how we put a cap on sports this evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bernardo Kumu.
Many thanks indeed, Bernardo Kumu, there for that sporty update. Of course, tomorrow, be sure to tune in to what promises to be a thriller encounter between Harambee Stars and Senegal's Teranga Lions. That match to be aired live at 6 p.m. East African time. I'll be watching. Will you be watching?
Yes, I will.
Good.
I will be watching.
Very good, very good.
And on that note, we come to an end of Prime Edition, our socials at KBC Channel 1. We do appreciate your feedback and your company. I am Muchuma Odim, our sign language expert tonight is Lancer Odingo.
And I'm Mboya. We will be back again, same time, same place tomorrow. Good night from Nairobi, Kenya.
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry. Studio Mashinani